There are many Mr. Confident English learners and Mr. Perfect English learners. Mr. Perfect English learner always considers that he must not make mistakes in English language. He must not get stuck. His mind should not be blank while having conversation. He makes it as a matter of honor. He makes it as a matter of prestige. And when he gets stuck, the irrational, illogical error occur in his thinking, and he thinks that when I get stuck in language learning, when I get stuck while expressing my thought, it makes me irrational. I am making myself fool. My mind goes blank because it seems that I am an illiterate person. Because, dear audience, it is also a matter of your thinking. Language learning, when your mind goes blank, how you react upon that matter, it always matters about your thinking, how you think. Your feelings are erupted like your thinking. When you are thinking irrationally, when you are thinking illogically, that when your mind goes blank, you make it a matter of prestige, a matter of honor. Now, what would be your feeling? You would feel embarrassed, you would feel nervous, you would feel anxiety, and your feeling would erupt your behavior. First, your thinking is that you are an irrational person, you are an illiterate person, you are an uneducated person. The feelings would be nervousness, the feelings would be embarrassment, the feelings would be that you are not a good person, you are an illiterate person. It is your matter of honor and you are now a failure person. Now behavior, what would be the behavior according to this? Next time you would not have this courage. You would remember the past bad experience and you would not take the courage to push yourself into the conversation. You would not have that much courage to speak English language. This is the irrational, illogical thinking. Because in language learning, in speaking English language, it is all about how you perceive the matter, how you see, how you handle the matter. It is not a matter of prestige. And now think about Mr. Confident English learner. When he gets stuck, he is very confident, but he also gets stuck. His mind also goes blank. But what is the reaction? What is the thought process of Mr. Confident? When he gets stuck, he thinks that it is not a matter of honor, it is not a matter of prestige, it is a normal thing. English is not the measurement of your intelligence. It is only a means of communication. If I get stuck, it is not a matter of my honor, it is not a matter of my prestige. It's a normal thing. I should devise some other way, and he finds some other ways. So this is the rational, this is the logical thinking which is occurring in his mind. Now his thinking is that it is not a matter of honor, it is not a matter of prestige, it is not a matter of anything. He does not take English language as a measurement of intelligence. This is his thinking process. Are you understanding? Are you getting my point? Now feeling would erupt that I should feel confident, I should get it better next time, I should try it better next time, and next time I would be much more better because I have learned from this experience. Now thinking is rational, feelings are encourageous, confident, and now behavior would be that I would appear again, I would be successful. This failure is a stepping stone because English is not at all a matter of prestige. Now I would give you three basic tips, three basic tricks by applying those tricks you should behave in a more confident manner like the Mr. Confident, and you would avoid that it's a horrible thing, it's a catastrophic thing, it's more like you are going to be destroyed. No, not at all. Tell me first of all, before disclosing and those excellent secrets to overcome this problem, because this problem is not a minor problem. First of all, dear audience, take this thing in your notice that we have got freedom. We got freedom from the slavery of British many years ago, more than 70 years ago. But our mentality is the same. We have attached the status with this language. Why we don't feel honored? Why do we don't feel a prestige? Why we don't feel some respect while delivering our message in our native language? Why we feel proud when we are speaking in English language? And why we give so much importance to a person, we consider that person an educated person, well sophisticated person who can speak English well. Why all our interviews are still conducted in English language? Why we are ignoring, why we are giving superiority to English language over our native languages? Because we are not considering this fact that all languages are meant for learning, meant for communication. There is nothing else. There is no matter of prestige. There is no matter of honor. But we have attached this status to this language, and we are running after, and we are giving prestige, we are giving respect to that person who can speak English well, who utters difficult, literary and ununderstandable words to us. Then we consider that he is very much learned person. That's why he speaks English. In our all educational institutes, what is our behavior? How we deal this matter? We give so much respect to the English teachers contrary to the other subject teachers. And English teachers, they consider themselves that we are aliens, we are superior because we know English language. This is the situation of all non-native countries, non-native English countries. Now how do we accept this reality that we attach our status with this language? And when we go blank, we also accept this reality that these kinds of feelings, whether they are irrational, whether they are illogical, we attach the feelings with it. Now our behavior is same. We rarely behave like Mr. Confident, but we have to adopt the approach of Mr. Confident person who is rational, who is logical in his thinking, because it all depends upon how we perceive the matter, how we look at the matter. And what are those three categories? What are those three steps by which we can overcome this problem? Now you have understood the whole concept. We are moving towards the three steps. The first is that we should use simple, easy to understandable language. Why we get stuck? Why our mind goes blank when we are in search of finding out the literary, difficult, figurative language which is not used in our daily life in order to impress others? In order to impress others that we are educated persons, we have much more vocabulary, we have a large amount of vocabulary, and we can express our thoughts in the most difficult words. This is our thought process, this is our thinking. And believe me, dear audience, if you use the simple words and your body language supports you, if there is smile on your face, if your facial expression expresses what are your thoughts, what are your feelings, what are your ideas, you are more impressive, you are more logical, people will give you more respect. Because it is the habit of some persons that they make the easiest concept the most difficult one with the help of difficult vocabulary. Then tell me this thing, what is the usage of that difficult vocabulary if we make the easiest concept into difficult one? And get rid of this phobia that when we speak difficult English, when we speak the figurative or literary or difficult vocabulary, difficult words, only then we will be impressive in the eyes of others. No. We would be impressive when we would use simple language, our body language would support us, we would use the right kind of gestures, and our ideas will be more emphasized. If we can deliver our ideas, our information, our knowledge to the others in the more convincing manner, then we would be more respectable. So get out of this phobia of difficult words, using difficult words, because we are all concerned is about English language. We are not thinking about thinking in English language, rather we are thinking about English language, we are devising about English language, we are searching about words. So think only in English, not about English. Think only, because simple language is always on our mouth. The most important thing is that when we are exposed to this kind of situation many times, like we get stuck, like our mind goes blank, what do you think? The intensity of feeling, the intensity of humiliation, the intensity of anxiety reduces with every experience. The intensity, the anxiety, the humiliation, the disgrace which you felt for the first time is never the same on the second time, is never the same on the third time, is never the same on the fourth time. It reduces its intensity with the passage of time. And the second thing, it is the characteristic of human beings that they devise ways how to deal this situation, how to experience this situation. Now you have met that situation many times. What would be your reaction? You would devise ways how to get rid of this situation. If you get stuck, you will give some other words. You will fulfill this gap with some other words. It means that intensity of emotions is never intensity of humiliation is never the same always. With the passage of time, man gets control over his emotion. Man gets to know how to deal with this situation, how to deal it in the most better way, in the best way. The number third step, dear audience, why people get stuck? Because they lack confidence, they lack self-belief, they lack self-faith. That's why they are entangled in the web of stuck, in the web of blankness. So how can you reduce this? You can do this by believing yourself, by practicing more. When you practice more, your problem is much solved. It is like inversion or inversal proportion, like math. When you practice more, the intensity of difficulties go down. The graph of your practice goes up, the graph of your difficulty, the graph of your blankness, the graph of your stuckness gets down. It is reality. So what you have to do now, you have to change your perspective. You have to change your way of learning. You have to change the way how you perceive the matter. You should behave like Mr. Confident. You should not behave like Mr. Perfect, who always says that it's irrational, it's illogical, I should not get stuck, I should not be blank while having conversation. No, not at all. Don't take this as a matter of honor. Change your way of looking at this matter, and then you will consider that it is an ordinary matter, because all the things happen, and you should see it as I didn't die last time and I am not going to die next time. Then if you are surviving every situation, if you have this willpower to survive every situation, if you are not dying, then why you are so much curious, why you are so much worried about this situation? This is my point of view. So think about it. Change your perspective, change your way of looking, because it is always about your thinking. Thinking discourages or encourages your feelings, and feelings give the way towards your behavior, whether it is positive or negative. Hope you have understood this video. Please share this video as much as possible, so that all English learners get this point, that it is not a matter of honor, it is not a matter of prestige. Till the next video, stay happy, stay blessed. Thank you so much. Have a nice